Welcome to the Mom and podcast. We're your hosts, Suzanne Kearns
and Missy Stevens. We want to help you through everything that happens in the ellipses, from your professional life to your emotional health.
You're a mom and so much more. Let's figure out what comes next together. Hello, all. Welcome to the Mom and podcast Tipsy Ellipses edition. I am Suzanne Kearns, and I am waiting for our guest, Mary Katherine Backstrom. Let's see if I can find her. Is it working?
We tricked him. We beat Zuckerberg.
We did it.
I'm trying to find a place where I don't that was aggressive light, so I don't want to be aggressively lit right now.
I'm aggressively large right now, so I'm not used to doing this on my phone. You know what? Missy, my co-host, is on vacation somewhere where she doesn't have internet, and so I was asking her questions about how to do this. And I don't know our login and password for StreamYard. And
I'm amazed we were able to do this. This is fun.
This is what we're going to do all tomorrow night when we're sharing a hotel door.
I will be less dressed tomorrow night.
Well, that's why this is from the bra missing up.
That's exactly how I roll too. I'm like, what do I need to look? How do I need to look? Well, we're going to go from the shoulders up. Okay.
Oh, and in honor of technical difficulties, my headphones just decided not to work. So I'm going to turn the volume up so I can hear you better.
Well, I'm leaning you up against 2 water bottles, so I'm professional right now.
You don't even want to see this situation I have going on in this closet.
It's hanging in the background, and it's very much feeling like my situation, except I'm in a hotel room using water bottles.
Oh, my goodness. And you just came from a cross Texas State Drive.
Yes.
It's your exit, and it's what? It is like 9:36. You have a book release tomorrow, and you're still making this. You're my hero. You're my hero, MK.
Or am I manic? We're not sure.
Oh, that's true. We might be seeing a post about this soon. So we need to back up a little bit because this becomes a podcast. I want to explain what we're doing here. So welcome to the Mom and podcast. This is the Tipsy Ellipses edition. So once a month, we do a Facebook Live taping of the podcast, and it usually involves some type of wine or bourbon, but tonight is just my chamomile tea.
That's not fair. I'm going to see if I can order some through room service. You continue with your option. I'm going to use my 1995 cell phone here in the hotel room to order some room service for wine.
Show me that phone again.
Zach Morris, how are you?
Does that have a cord on it?
No, it has an antenna though.
Oh Lord, that is one version away from a corded phone. That's impressive. That is impressive.
For a corded phone, because I don't understand how this works. This is like a 1990s. They should have upgraded to the clear phone, right? At the beat. We're going to be fancy here.
That is so bad. Okay. So as I was saying, once a month we do our Facebook Live taping. It's much less formal than our typical numbered episodes. And instead of interviewing career life coaches about how moms can make the most of their ellipses, where we, just like the mug says, make your ellipses count, mom, and you're not just mom, you're a mom and ... So usually we interview career and life coaches to discuss how moms can make the most of their ellipses. But we also do this live episode once a month where we can interview some moms who are making the most of their ellipses.
I feel so special.
Well, of course. And like I said, Missy's out of town. So that's why we're having some technical differences than usual. We'll see how this shows up.
This is a nice way of putting it.
We'll see how this shows up. And eventually, and this is also the world's fastest turnaround of the actual podcast. So as soon as it's done recording, we're going to load it up because our guest, I haven't even done a proper introduction of our guest. I got this off of the book jacket. Okay, so I hope this is okay. Our guest is Mary Katherine Backstrom. She is an award-winning author, an influencer, and best known for her viral videos. I've lost count of how many of your videos have gone viral, girl. And also her candid writing on family, faith, and mental illness.
Yeah.
Let's see, you've been on the Today Show? No. Yes. Today Show?
No, so I've been covered by the Today Show. They've
Okay.
talked. They invited me once, but I declined to go to Ellen. I think they're mad.
You declined to go to Ellen?
No, I declined them so I could go to Ellen. So
Oh, I was gonna say, you didn't decline going to Ellen. I saw you on Ellen.
no, no. So I actually the Today Show has covered me quite a bit live. They'll be like, "Oh, this funny thing happened," and talk about me. But I got my only invite the same week that Ellen reached out, and they were not pleased that I said no. And I mean, I wasn't pleased.
Oh, I know. I'm sure you would have loved to have done that.
I would have loved to have done all the things, but they're on opposite sides of the country.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
It did not work. And I mean, Ellen was doing her Christmas show, and I wanted to wash her and dye her.
Did you get a washer and dryer?
I did not, but I needed.
Now, okay, that the Ellen one was about the video after you went and hugged this stranger at the gas station, correct?
Yes, that's my Buddy the Elf personality. It comes out at Christmas time and when I'm in New York City. So the
It comes
Chris-
out all the time.
no, I promise. Well, I'm pretty happy all the time, but like I get like overly magically happy in certain scenarios, and it's usually at conferences. So you've experienced this at Christmas and in New York City.
Well, New York City, and probably also at Hamilton shows because that's your other favorite pastime, correct?
Yes, I love Hamilton. Oh my Lord. So really what I need to happen is we need to have a Hamilton conference at Christmas in New York City. And then I just need to die because nothing would be better.
Oh, well, except for tomorrow, your book release.
Okay, okay. The book release is pretty exciting. I'm not going
You
to
have, I don't get my book until tomorrow. I'm driving to Dallas to go cheer on MK tomorrow at the book release party. So I don't have my book yet. Do you have one you can hold up? I usually like to hold one up.
So, I did, but I get excited and I give them away to people. And
Oh my good.
I gave them to the flight attendants on my plane today. So now I'm all out, fresh out. I bought
Okay.
some like at all the stores I was going to, but that kind of negates the purpose of signing all of them for your readers. So I was like, well, I guess I'm done.
Oh, well, that was so sweet of you. I loved your video. I shared your video of you doing that today. That was really sweet.
It was a
What's that?
surprisingly emotional moment. Because I did have a smaller first book, which was a gift book, and it was with a very small publisher. And we were really excited because Target picked it up, and it was supposed to be on like an end cap of the store, like where they kind of like feature things on Mother's Day. So of course that was like 2020. So everything hit the fan. Nobody was shopping at Target. I certainly didn't shop at Target during the pandemic,
No.
especially those early days. So I never got to see my book on a shelf ever at a bookstore. I did see it at Target once when I was masked up and, so that's a whole other thing, but never in the bookstore. And this was my first time and I saw it. I was all excited to sign it and I just started
Yeah.
crying.
As you should. I'm probably going to start crying. I mean, that's exciting.
It's an amazing thing when I think moms get this way. Sometimes we have a lot of we are so busy that a lot of important things can be building up, but we're still focused on wiping butts and planning menus and like so I guess I knew this moment was coming, but I wasn't aware it was coming. It was a strange thing. I wasn't emotionally prepared for it because as much as I've been building up until this day for the last year, I wrote the book. I had been marketing the book and I was so excited for the moment I saw it on the shelf. I mean, I've been getting my kids ready for the first week of school. And so there's almost like two me's.
Yeah.
And mommy me has been a lot louder lately. And so I walked up to see that book on the shelf and it just hit me. It was like, I wasn't ready for this. And it hit me emotionally. I got excited, but it was a good thing. It was a good cry. I needed to get some tears out anyway.
Oh my gosh. Well, especially because you were supposed to be getting into Dallas last night, correct?
Gosh, yeah, this whole flight, it was a nightmare. Apparently, y'all had some weather here in Texas yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
And today.
about it now, though. See, it was worth the delay because apparently it lowered the temperature 20 degrees in Dallas.
Ooh.
And I had been sweating like, I don't know what. Everything I know about sweating is like not a part. We always say sweating like a whore in church, but I don't think that's nice now that I think
Oh, my goodness.
because sex workers are people too, and why should they be sweating in church? I just think we're going to move past that one now. That's what popped in my head. So that was the first thing I was going to say, and then I didn't say it, and then I did. So sorry. I'm crazy.
Change for a Facebook Live.
Holy hot mess.
Holy Hot Mess. Okay, so let's go there. So tomorrow, the name of the book, Holy Hot Mess.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny because, okay, the full title is Holy Hot Mess. Finding God in the Details of This Weird and Wonderful Life. It's by Worthy Publishing, or not it's by you, but it's published by Worthy Publishing, correct?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would probably actually be kind of surprised to know me. And I don't want to speak for Missy, but I'm a confessed heathen. And I think people are probably surprised that I'm promoting this book that's in the Christian family and relationship section at Amazon. But I got to tell you, you, MK, are one of the few people, my friend Janine's the other one in this world who has renewed my faith in faith. And so for that, I, I I support you in anything that you do, and especially your commitment to equity and speaking out, especially for folks in the LGBTQ community. You've been so
Yep.
open
Yes.
and speaking out on your platform, and that's just
It's
amazing.
been key for me. I've become aware of a lot of course, women influencers who are people of faith, and they have started a movement called deconstruction. And deconstruction is essentially like breaking down the elements of your religiosity, the church that you grew up in, how it affects society around you, how your faith is weaponized and hurts other people, how it hurts you. And so I have been over the last several years really working through elements of my faith. I'm holding it to fire. I'm saying, does this still stand for me or not? And I'm really working. I came to a place where um, I believed that God is good, that God creates people, that He creates people in His image. And then I had to deal with the theology that was condemning of the LGBTQ community. And those two things didn't line up for me. So when I held it to the fire, it fell away. And I've had to deal with other things like purity culture and how damaging that is. And so I am a person of faith and I love Jesus and I'm a Christian. But I find myself very much in the margins of that group of people. And it's a weird place to be in because if I feel like sometimes I'm too liberal for Christianity and too Christian for liberalism. um, but it's a good tension because we need to be healing those divides.
Yeah. And you're not to anything because it's authentically you. It's so funny because a lot of people see these videos and like, oh, I know you've had to face critiques like, oh, you're just, over the top for likes or whatever. Like,
Oh yeah.
I have spent quality time in private with MK, getting lost in cars and
Oh yeah.
getting room service, desserts too late at night. And this is MK. What you see on those viral videos
Yeah.
is MK. I'm here to speak to the legitimate. I mean,
You know,
that's an accurate representation of you.
this feels like a really good time to plug my advocacy for mental illness because, and I'll tell you why. Um, I started talking about it a lot, and people are like, "Why do you keep talking about this? Just be funny." I'm like, because my mental illness is inextricably a part of my personality. At this point, I've been living with it for like, who knows, 25, 30 years, even. Who knows? My first anxiety attack was when I was about 7 or 8. And so I don't know where my personality ends and my mental illness begins because some of it's maladaptive, but also sometimes mania makes me hilarious. And sometimes my poor boundaries makes me hilarious. And so it's kind of a funny thing where I can give like both sides of the coin, right? Like I am a hilarious, spontaneous, completely random person. And sometimes that makes you laugh. And sometimes it looks like me crawled up in the fetal position under covers because I'm recovering from a manic episode. And so what's been really fun lately is exploring that through therapy and kind of understanding why my personality is so boisterous and funny, because sometimes it's the not healthy stuff, right? And it gives me the ability to really talk about mental illness in that light so that people are like, oh my gosh, they see that reflected back and they see some of themselves reflecting in that. And I've had a really fun time this year. I don't know if fun's the word. It's been rewarding because a lot of my audience members have, with the conversations we started around mental illness, started going to therapy. And that made me really happy, because yeah, I'm like the crazy girl in the videos, but like there's some real crazy going on too, and it needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Oh, like real talk.
Oh Lord, what do you have over there? Oh,
This is my SSRIs, my stabilizers, and I am not kidding y'all. Therapy, psych meds, and Jesus. All three for me. I have to do all three.
Yes. Oh no, I had to take a funny picture. I went with Missy actually. The last time we were doing Tipsy Ellipses, the first and last month, it ended up being our friend Amanda's birthday party. It just coincidentally worked. So she let us go to a room to go tape. And so we decided to do an overnight since it was tipsy and it wasn't safe to drive home. I had an entire bag full of pharmaceuticals just to get through one night. And it wasn't all for, anxiety issues, but between my thyroid, my anxiety disorder, and all and just being an old lady, I have a bag full of pharmaceuticals to get me just through a 12-hour period.
You need the Monday through Friday pill organizer.
My pills are too big. My
But the pill
organizer cups would have to be that big.
Oh my God.
Have you seen my fish oils?
You're going to have, what kind of pills do they have you on, girl?
Oh, you'll see tomorrow night. You'll see.
I'm excited. You should compare pills.
Yes, we'll do it side by side.
Yeah, that makes sense. But this is what makes us function. Thank you so
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. People always laugh because I always say that the way that Missy and I got to know each other and was in a hotel room because we always are roommates at conferences, and that sounds inappropriate.
much.
But so I should probably explain why I'm talking about being in a hotel with you tomorrow. But
Oh,
we'll have our own rooms. We'll have our own rooms. But
you can snuggle with me if you want. I am
and I will
boundaries are okay too.
with our masks on.
I am prepared, ma'am.
I love it. In Texas, you got to be. But so explaining why this is all happening and why you were on a flight yesterday is because tomorrow, which for people listening to this on the podcast, it will be probably today, Tuesday,
Yeah.
August 3rd in Dallas, is the kickoff event for your Holy Hot Mess book release tour,
Yeah.
which you're not messing around. You got a lot of geography that you are covering in a very short period. So tell us about that. You got the event, Dallas.
Dallas is really exciting because this is the day the book comes out. And my event here is different. It's unique from the other events because I will be speaking. There will be music. It isn't a church. I don't think you're going to spontaneously combust. You'll be okay.
I'll bring my old rosary from my Catholic days.
Or sage, whatever works for you, right?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we're going to have like a photo booth, but not the kind you get all clammed up in, but like the actual backdrop. Some
Oh yeah.
pictures, and I can sign some books. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. But that is tomorrow. And then I fly straight to Florida, where I hit 2 cities, and then back to, oh gosh, Georgia. I don't even know.
But there's a website people can go to look at all they should follow you on Facebook if they're not already. Almost a million people are.
Actually, if they want to go to holyhotmess.com, my tour is right at the top. You can click on it. Each individual detail of the events will be outlined, whether it's ticketed or not. Most events that are ticketed, actually, all of them include the book. So, yeah, check it out, holyhotmess.com. And y'all should definitely have a copy by now. It's release day. So, and if we're in Texas, it's possible that I've signed your book already. I've been sneaking all around town doing that.
I love it. So, okay. So that's in Dallas. And so, yeah, I'll be driving up tomorrow to, like I said, put me to work, whatever you need me to do.
Like, physical labor. You're a strong woman. I'll probably figure out a way to do that.
I draw the line at signing books. That's got to be the authentic MK.
Ugh, my hand.
I know it's probably falling off. So, okay. Let's see. What else? I want to get you to sleep because I know you've been traveling.
Yep. Yeah.
Kind of not stop.
Well, tonight I'm actually still I'm about to finish up some notes for my talk, and then Amy Weatherly's getting to town.
Yay.
Also going to be appearing at this event. So I probably will take my contacts out because, like, at the end of the long day, these things start feeling crusty or something. And also, they can't see this in the podcast, but if y'all could, I got some fake lashes. I'm looking so good, but something about this my eyes feeling extra dry. I don't know how people live with them, honestly.
I want some of those so bad. I have no eyelash. I have a few eyelashes and they all go straight out like that.
These are weird. You actually have to brush them like hair. It's like having put eyelashes. I don't like it.
What?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Can I brush them for you?
Yes, mask on, brush it up, baby. That could definitely sound weird in a podcast. This is gonna have some fun little clips. Um, so yes, I'm gonna go to bed and get some rest because Lord knows when you come to town, things are gonna get crazy.
I know it's going to be dangerous. It's been a while since the last mom too, I think.
Just a couple years. Oh, or 3,
It's
4.
been too long. But actually, okay, since we are okay, so this is going to be dropping on Tuesday. I do want to do, in addition to shouting out for your book, our number 30 episode is releasing on Thursday this week, and it is the episode with Julie Lithcott-Hames from Your Turn,
Oh.
How to Be an Adult, and then also, of course, How to Raise an Adult. So be on the lookout or the listen out for episode 30 that's going to be coming on Thursday as well, because that one, oh, I was editing it today. She's so dang smart. We just have the smartest guests.
2 beautiful book covers, by the way. So whoever's listening needs to look those up. I'm a cover person, and those are stellar.
Yeah, they are gorgeous. She doesn't mess around. Does not mess around. That's how you get to be a New York Times bestseller, which you'll know tomorrow.
I'll know, actually, not that I'm counting, but I will know August 11th whether I hit the list. And if I don't, it's okay. It's fine. I'll just be nothing.
But each and every person watching and listening, come on, don't let MK down. Go get what a perfect book. It appeals to the Christians and the heathens. I mean, you got everybody covered.
Listen, my favorite review right now is from an agnostic who called me the least annoying Christian they've ever encountered. They even laughed a little. So if that's not I think that's a solid review, personally.
That is a solid review. Was that from me?
I mean, no, because you would call it, you'd say you were a heathen. I'm waiting for my heathen review to show up, and then I'll
do the heathen review.
And that's probably my new favorite.
Oh, well, I am so excited. I'm excited for the book. I'm excited for you. You've been working so hard on this, and I'm excited to see you tomorrow. And I'm so excited to see other humans and a congregated yet safe event.
Yes, we're masking. We will be masking at the church. So I guess in Texas it's not required, but we're doing it because we're trying to keep everybody safe. Obviously, that feels like the loving thing to do.
Well, because you got a doctor in the house. He knows what's up.
Oh Lord, we both do, unfortunately, with my personal encounter with COVID. I think you know about all that, but everybody listening, get your vaccine and mask in public spaces, please. Let's just get this thing over with.
Yes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. See, I did a little hallelujah.
That is it. Podcast. I got
converted me.
Game over. I win.
Amen. Oh my gosh. I think we got to end on that high note. I mean,
that y'all get holy hot mess. I even got a hallelujah out of a heathen, and that is my new favorite.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. And yes, everybody, holy hot mess. And if you are even close to the Dallas area, there's still a few tickets available to the event. What time is it tomorrow? The doors open at 6, right?
Yes, doors open at 6 and the program starts at 7. There are still some tickets available. Would love to see your faces there. I cannot wait to see y'all. I'll also be on Good Morning Texas tomorrow morning at 9. I'll try and shout out the podcast if they give me enough time.
Well, so exciting. And yeah. All right. Well, go finish your stuff. Rest up. You got a big day ahead of you.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hello to Amy for me. I can't wait to meet her tomorrow.
She's a joy. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Mom and ... podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show today. And if you know someone else who could benefit from today's episode, be sure to share it with them. Also, please subscribe and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find links to all the things we discussed today in the show notes over at our website, momandpodcast.com, with the AND spelled out. In between shows, you can find us at the socials, including our private Mom and Community Facebook group. You can find links to the group, all of our socials, and our questions and comments section over at our website, momandpodcast.com. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you so much. Now go out there and make your ellipses count.